Hey, Sam, are you there? Please answer me when you see these messages. I'm really confused right now. I mean, the house is completely empty. What's going on? Where are you? Can you please get back to me soon?
What do you mean? Why do you need me to explain all of this to you when I left a letter there in the house for you to read?
Well, I know, I saw it and I read the letter, but still, it just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Well, I really don't know what all you want me to tell you. I mean, I wrote it all in plain English in that letter. This really shouldn't be all that difficult. Are you seriously going to make me restate all that I wrote in there for you? What was even the point of going out of my way to write that?
Well, what you wrote in the letter was that you didn't want to be married to me any longer. You said that you never, ever wanted to see me again as well. Is all of this really true? Please tell me that you're not serious about this.
Of course I'm serious. You said so yourself that the house was mostly empty. I even wrote you the damn letter. But here's the thing. You and I just don't work out well together. I mean, let's just face some of the facts, right? I come from an extremely wealthy and successful family. I just really don't see how you could ever think that you and I go well together. I mean, did you really think that you were good enough for me?
Are you saying that you really think that you're so much better than me? I can't believe what I'm reading.
Oh, come on. We both know this was true. Don't pretend like you're surprised to hear any of this. I've been wanting to do this for a while now. And it's just I was only now able to bring myself to do it. But now that it's all said and done, I'll make one thing clear. You and I are not getting married. Do you understand me?
But I had no idea that you wanted to do any of this. Did I do something to you? I'm sorry if I screwed up.
You don't have anything to apologize for. The thing is that it was always going to end up like this. But anyways, now that we understand each other, can you please never ever contact me again?
You mean you really don't think that there's anything that we can do to make this work at all? You want to be rid of me that badly?
Look, I've decided that I want to spend the rest of my life with another woman. Do you understand me? So, I don't need you in my life making a mess of things anymore.
I don't even know what to say to any of this. You're not the person that I thought you were at all, Sam. I can't believe that you're actually doing all of this the day before you and I were supposed to get married.
Well, I knew that I was running out of time, and so I had to make a decision fast. Besides, better to do this now while we're not married than wait until we are, right?
Is this funny to you? Is what you're doing to me some kind of joke or something like that? What even am I to you that you think that you can treat me like this? That you think you can talk to me this way?
I don't really care all that much about you at all, Hilda. I just want to be able to live my life the way that I see fit. Do you understand?
Be that as it may, don't you think there were nicer ways that you could have gone about this? Or maybe you just shouldn't have hidden all of these thoughts and emotions from me in the first place.
I wasn't hiding anything from you. I was always the way better person than you ever were, and I meant it when I said that this was always going to end this way. But don't worry. If you're upset because of the last-minute engagement cancellation, then I could pay you off. There's no need to throw a fit.
You really are just pathetic. Do you know that? I hope that this makes you happy at least.
Actually, the only pathetic one around here is you, Hilda. But don't worry about me. I am sure that I'll be just fine without you.
Bree, are you there? I really don't know what to even think right now, but I need to know the truth. Did you do it? Oh, hey, Hilda. I'm sorry, I'm not sure that I understand what you're talking about. Did I do what? Is everything okay? Look, if I'm wrong about this, then I am really sorry, but I just need to know if you're with Sam. Oh, yes, we're together. He was actually so happy when I said that I would go out with him, and now I've tried squeezing him for everything that he's worth, so I'll probably dump him soon. But do you know exactly what you're going to do from here on out? Well, I was only going to do what we talked about doing on the phone, Hilda. I mean, this was our plan, right? That's why we've done all that we have. I know that we planned this all out, but, well, I guess I'm just surprised at how well it actually worked. I mean, you got together with Sam, got him to shower you with gifts and money? Well, a girl has got to live, doesn't she? But you are still happy that we're doing this, aren't you? I mean, you know that Sam is going to get in trouble from here on out, right? You know, I really was thinking that he was going to wait until the day of the wedding. I was actually totally ready to expose him during a speech that I was going to give that day. Oh, shoot. Well, that would have been amazing to see. I'm really sorry that I took your chance to get back at him like that. That would have rocked. But I guess it all worked out because now I'm going to be able to squeeze him for even more money before everything comes crashing down on him. Yeah, I mean, as long as all of that happens, I suppose that's what really matters. But I guess this means that you probably need to leave town for a while. Do you have any idea when you're going to be coming back? Oh, I don't think I'll be going back to town anytime soon. But as soon as I know where I'm going to end up, I'll let you know and invite you over. Great. I really can't wait to see where it is that you end up. Just make sure to take care of yourself. I know that we've done a lot and have come this far, but who knows what a dog like Sam will do when he's backed into a corner. Oh, I am sure that things are going to be just fine. I think I know how to handle a guy like Sam. But good luck getting over all that's happened. I really mean that. I hope that you find someone really nice when you're ready to start dating again. Thank you so much, Bree. Yes, it may be a little soon right now, but I am ready to be with someone who actually wants to be with me. I guess that means that I'll hear from you when all of this is quieted down a little more then, right? I guess so. Good luck with everything, and I'll talk to you then, Hilda. Hey, Sam, I was just curious. Did you actually mean to send me an invitation to your wedding? This isn't a joke, right?
Hey there, Hilda. Of course it's not a joke. I would love for you to be at my wedding. You will actually show up there, won't you?
Don't you think that it's a bit early to be getting married given that we just broke off our engagement? I mean, we literally broke up only a month ago. How are you already getting married to someone else?
I don't know what you want me to say. I found the perfect woman for me. And I don't see what would be the point in waiting through a long engagement. So, after I proposed to my new fiancé, she said that she wanted to get married as possible. It wasn't easy, but we're all set up to get married next month. After all, I really want to see my loser ex-fiancé's face while I get married before she does.
Well, you know that you don't have to hide the fact that you're getting married to my friend Bree anymore.
I don't need you to tell me that. After all, her name is on the wedding invitation, isn't it? I bet you were so shocked when you realized who I was getting married to. But there's nothing you can do about it now. We're going to get married, and that's that.
Well, I guess I didn't know for sure, but I was able to put some of the clues together and piece it all.
Man, you sure are good at pretending as if I didn't just ruin your life. After all, Bree is your best friend in the whole wide world. I bet that you never thought in a million years that a friend as close as Bree would stab you in the back like this. You're probably so shocked, you don't even know what to even say.
That really isn't it at all, actually. If anything, I'm surprised that you would want to marry a woman who would betray her best friend so easily.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say. We all have crazy decisions to make on the path of true love. And so if your friend wants to betray you in the same way that I did, then if anything, that tells me that her and I are really meant to be together.
Well, I don't know if that's more sad or creepy or both, but that is not how a good relationship starts.
And just what do you know about good relationships, huh? You lost your fiancé and your best friend all in one fell swoop. You're just jealous and lonely. But I guess I can't blame you for it. After all, not only did you lose your fiancé and your best friend, but you lost them because they're actually getting married.
I know what being betrayed means, and I understand what it means in this context. Thank you, Sam.
Well, then I guess you know that you only have yourself to blame for all of this, right? If you wanted to stay with me, then you should have worked hard to make yourself seem like a good wife. I mean, you do know that Bree is the daughter of a CEO, right? Not only that, but she is just gorgeous as well. And on top of that, she always dressed so nice and makes herself look so pretty. She's basically the perfect catch from her family down to herself. And I've made her all mine.
Right. Well, I guess if you're so set on the message, then I'll go to your wedding.
Wait a second. You mean, even after all that I've said here, that you'll still want to go to my wedding? Are you being serious?
What do you mean? Are you surprised that I'd accept your invitation? I just want to be there to watch when everything comes crashing down on top of you and you're left with nothing.
What in the world are you talking about? You think that I'm going to come out the loser in this? You've already lost. It's all over. Don't you get that?
So you say. But I don't think that the final curtain is quite fallen yet. Either way, I think we'll both have an eventful day tomorrow.
You think that I don't know you're just trying to get me nervous before my wedding? Well, it's not going to work, you loser. Good morning, Hilda. Isn't it just a beautiful day outside? I bet that you're sure eating your words that you had for me yesterday.
I'm sorry, did you get up this early on your wedding day just to send me texts like this? Don't you have more important things to be doing, like, I don't know, getting ready for the wedding?
Don't you try and tell me what to do. I know exactly what I need to be doing. Thank you very much. And did you really think that I was just going to ignore you all day because I'm getting married?
I didn't expect you to, if I can be honest. I would have just thought that you'd have other things to do in the meantime.
Oh, don't you worry about the wedding. I had already had practice arranging for one. So planning the second one was a cinch. Can't wait to see you there.
It's kind of funny, isn't it? You're looking forward to getting married and I'm looking forward to your downfall. Which one is it going to be?
Okay, your jealousy is really getting out of control. Do you know that? Did you really think I was going to choose a pauper like you when I had a princess who wanted to marry me instead? Our wedding is going to cost $200,000. Did you know that? So you better not miss it.
I guess you still haven't seen the news then, have you? You really might want to check out what's going on.
What are you talking about? What news? Why would I want to waste my time watching something boring like that when I could be messing with you instead?
Well, it's just that you're the one that said you were having the $200,000 wedding, but I really don't think you know anything.
Okay, fine. I'll play along and check out the news. Wait a second. No, this can't be real. Please tell me that this was some kind of joke or something. This can't be.
Ah, I take it that you found the story that I was talking about then? So what do you think?
I just mean, it's going to rain today. I checked the weather just last night and it said it was going to be clear. But now the weather changed to be rainy. Oh man, this totally sucks. We were going to have the reception outdoors this afternoon.
You know what? Don't say that I didn't try to warn you. I guess we'll just see each other at the wedding.
Is that all you had for me? A little rain? Did you really think that I would ever let something like that slow me down? You're nothing but a sore loser, Hilda. Hey there, Hilda. Do you have any idea where Bree is right now? I mean, our wedding is going to be starting soon, and I thought she would be here by now. But I haven't even seen her parents around here. Do you have any idea what might be happening?
Yeah, I don't think that Bree is actually going to be showing up at your wedding today.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. It's literally Bree and I who are getting married. Of course she's going to show up. I don't know, maybe she's just driving here with her parents, and their car got stuck in some traffic somewhere.
But don't you think that you'd be able to reach her if she was just stuck in traffic with her parents? Actually, the thing is that the company that Bree's parents own actually filed for bankruptcy today. It was actually all over the news yesterday. It turns out that they were in a lot of corporate debt, and in the end, that was their undoing. You mean you still haven't heard the news?
But you mean, are you telling me that none of them are going to be at my wedding because the company went under?
That's right. I think they all fled in the night. Although I had heard from Bree that this was all just a matter of time before it happened. I guess that her parents have always been pretty reckless with money and investments, and this is the end product.
But then, does that mean that you knew this was coming this whole time?
Yeah, of course I knew. After all, Bree told me because we're best friends. But even if she hadn't told me, her dad's company was huge, and I'm sure that some news would have reached me either way.
No, this can't be right. This can't be happening. What is going to happen to me if I don't get married today?
That really isn't any of my business at all, but I just thought that you should know that's why you won't be seeing Bree today. But that's just fine for you, right? After all, it seemed like you were more interested in who her family was than who she is.
I won't get to see her today. But then what's going to happen to the wedding? This is really, really bad. What's going to happen to everything here?
Oh, well, the wedding is going on. Don't worry about that. I'll even MC the whole thing.
Don't be ridiculous. How will that work at all, huh? How are you supposed to have a wedding when the bride isn't even going to be here?
Oh, trust me, it'll be fun. After all your guests are here and waiting for the ceremony to begin. You should come on out.
I don't even know what to think. My head is spinning. This wasn't supposed to happen.
We don't have time for you to freak out. The wedding should have started a few minutes ago. Just how long are you going to keep your adoring fans waiting? You can hear them getting restless, can't you?
What? What did you do? What the heck is this? You call this a wedding? I want you to explain what is going on right now.
I'm pretty sure that I already spelled it all out for you in the speech that I just gave. Weren't you listening? I was changing the event from your wedding to your big reveal party. Now everyone is going to get to hear all about the wrong that you've done. But don't worry, we're just getting started. And it sounded like the crowd is really getting riled up. I mean, I think they especially liked the parts where I went into all that detail about just what kind of things that you've been getting up to in the past few weeks.
But how could you do this? Don't you know that I have family and relatives and friends here? Why are you doing this to me in front of all of them?
Oh, don't you worry. You still haven't seen anything yet. I just told you that we're only getting started. After all, I have all the proof about the affair that you've been having at your office.
Wait a second. You mean to tell me that you knew that I was doing that?
Of course I knew that you were doing that. What was the girl's name again? Jessica? You remember her, right? She was the girl that you tried to propose to with the ring that you gave me. And that wasn't even before we were broken up. I remember when I thought that I had lost your engagement ring. I felt so awful. I was crying for days and begged you to forgive me for what I'd done, but deep down I knew that I couldn't have lost it.
Wait, come on now. You're not actually going to tell everyone here about all of that, right? Don't you know the damage to my reputation you'll do by doing something like that?
Well, I don't even think that's the worst part. After all, it might have meant something if you stayed together with Jessica, but you didn't. Instead, you fled to go and link up with Bree the moment you thought that she had any interest in you. But she knew that you were going to be coming for her from a mile away.
I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. I mean, how do you know all of this? Just how much of my life do you actually know about? Jessica is old news. She already quit from the company, and she's long gone. I don't get how you knew about her.
Well, I know about her because she told me all about your affair herself.
That still doesn't make any sense. Why in the world would she say something like that to you? Why would she even know to go to you? I never told her that I was engaged.
You see, the thing is that Bree and Jessica were actually old classmates, and of course, I've known Bree since forever. So basically, Bree was able to tell Jessica about how she wasn't the only woman that you'd lied to and betrayed. But you're right, Jessica actually had no idea that you were engaged before she met me. She just assumed that you'd cheated on her, and that's why you left.
But, so what? What does any of that have to do with what you've done here today at what was supposed to be my wedding?
Well, after Jessica told me her story, Bree and I put our heads together to try and think about how we could put a stop to your horrible behavior.
I see. So then, you knew all along that Bree and I were seeing each other. And you even knew that I was going to end our engagement so that I could be with her? Is that right?
I mean, yeah, that's just about it, really. But then, of course, Bree was always going to have to flee with her parents, and so it was just a matter of revealing your other affairs to everyone. And since all your guests came all this way just to see you, and the bride isn't here, I figured that I'd entertain them another way.
Look, please, whatever you do, please don't tell anyone about my affair with Jessica in the office, okay? My parents had to pull a lot of strings to get me this gig. If this news gets out, then I could really lose my job and be in a lot of trouble. Do you understand?
Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. I was wondering when you were going to move from anger to bargaining. And I can see why you'd want to. After all, you have the lawsuits from the affairs to worry about, not to mention the cost of the wedding.
Wait, what do you mean the cost of the wedding? Why would I have to pay for the wedding?
Well, I just told you that Bree and her family are on the lam because they don't have any money anymore, right? In fact, they have more debt than they do assets, so someone is going to have to pay for this $200,000 wedding.
But no, I mean, I've already put tens of thousands of dollars down on this thing.
Well, I don't know what difference that might make, but the point is that at the end of the day, someone is going to get handed the bill. So the best thing you could do for yourself is to at least enjoy the wedding that you're going to be paying for.
But how am I supposed to enjoy an event that you've hijacked just to humiliate me? This isn't fun for me at all.
Well, I'm having a lot of fun. First, you lose the trust of everyone you know and love, and then you lose all your money as well.
I had no idea that you hated me this much. That you were this upset with me.
Of course I'm upset with you, but I really do owe Bree a big thanks for all that she did to help make this happen. Hey there, Bree. I just wanted to check if things had finally settled down for you. Oh, hey, Hilda. Yeah, things have actually settled down a bit. Thank you for asking. We finally made it somewhere safe, and we're renting a really cheap apartment right now. We've managed to work out a deal with the debt collectors, so we're slowly paying them back while we live out here. Oh, I see. Well, that sounds like it must have been a real mess for everyone involved. Oh, yes, it was quite a bit of stress before things finally settled down. But I hear that Sam is also in quite the debt himself, what with the affair and the wedding and all. Actually, I never even bothered to sue him for having an affair on me while we were engaged. To be honest, it just seems too mean to do to someone who had already lost basically everything. Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Although if I were you, I probably wouldn't have stopped myself from kicking him while he was down. Yeah, but ever since the day of the wedding, his whole family has basically wanted nothing to do with him. I hear that his parents even disinherited him. Not only that, but all his friends that showed up to his wedding also said that they wanted nothing more to do with him. It was a pretty show after I said all that I needed to. But I have to say that it was fun watching a man's life fall apart all around him. So I figured he'd already paid me more than his fair share at that point. Well, as long as you feel good about the whole thing, I suppose that's all that really matters in the end. Oh, but actually, there is something that I wanted to tell you. Sam was the one who insisted on having such an expensive wedding. He said from the very start that he wanted to go all out. I think that he was assuming that my family would cover for everything when it was all said and done, but little did Sam know that we didn't have that kind of money. Oh, I see. So that's why he told me that he's already sunk thousands of dollars into the wedding. Yeah, but in the end, did you know that I barely even managed to get any money out of him? I think that he was faking about how rich he was this whole time. Well, he was always a prideful guy, and I suppose if he really was rich, he might have dove headfirst into being with you just because of how much money he thought you had. But anyways, what's going to happen to you after all of this? Are you stuck with your parents until all that debt is paid off? No, actually. I've started to talk to my ex-husband again. It sounds to me like he's really changed for the better, so I think that we're going to try and make it work again. Oh, really? Wow. Well, that's pretty impressive. I don't think that I could do something like that personally. Yeah, well, I guess we all have our ways that we operate, don't we? I guess so. I mean, as long as it's something that you want to do, then that's really all that matters to me too. And if your man ends up being lousy to you, feel free to call me and we'll get to the bottom of it one way or another. After everything calmed down following the wedding, I started to move my things out of the apartment where Sam and I had lived together while we were dating and engaged. I took all my belongings and moved to a different building while Sam was stuck back home. I heard that he lost his job after all the news about his affair with Jessica had come to light. I've also heard through the grapevine that he can't even find another office job now. Instead, he works as a day laborer, getting whatever work he can where he can find it. It's almost funny that both him and Bree's parents are now stuck in a tiny little apartment doing everything they can to pay back the debt of all their past mistakes and recklessness. I stopped getting updates about Sam after I moved away. It had been months since I heard anything about him at all until one day I found out that Sam had returned to the apartment where we used to live and was banging on the door demanding that I come outside. Of course, I wasn't even there to begin with. The police were called and Sam ended up being dragged away. It sounded to me like the stress of all that had happened to him since the wedding day had finally got to him. But if you ask me, he did all of this to himself and has gotten exactly what he deserves for all his lying and cheating. Bree and I still keep in touch, and she's coming to visit me soon, but things sound like they've been going well for her. She managed to move out of her parents' apartment, explaining to them that it was their debt and that she shouldn't be kept there just to pay it off. Now she lives with her ex-husband, who she remarried, and is working. She still sends money to her parents when she can, though. It sounds like things are still going well for Bree and her husband as well. I was worried at first when she told me that she was going to be remarrying him, but after talking to Bree some more, it really does sound like he's made a lot of changes for the better. Or perhaps her husband just knows better than to mess with someone like her now. I know that what we did might seem a bit duplicitous to some, but I knew that the only way to catch Sam would be to set out bait for him and let him hang himself. Besides, I already knew that he was cheating on me, so it was just a matter of collecting all the evidence that we needed to use against him. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
I heard a rumor that you bought a new house. I can't wait to see what it looks like. When will be a good time for me to visit you and take a look? I'd love to have dinner, too. Will you prepare something for me? Excuse me? Did you forget that we cut ties with you? There's no way I'd invite you to our home. Your own son doesn't want to see you. Why would I make you dinner? What are you talking about? We're family. We became family when you married Owen. You shouldn't be so cold. I don't even understand why you both suddenly started saying that you don't want to have anything to do with me. And it's already been 2 years since we had that silly argument. So you should hurry up and get over it. If you keep on dragging that along, you'll never be able to get along with anybody, let alone me. The reason why we can't forgive you is because of your refusal to try and understand why we're so angry. I don't know what Owen said to you, but I still haven't forgiven you for what you did and how you upset my husband. Don't you even remember what happened 2 years ago before we told you to stay out of our lives? Oh, it was such a long time ago. You can't expect me to remember everything. I'm getting old and I make mistakes. You should be more open to forgiveness. If you keep on stressing about insignificant things like that, you'll get more wrinkles, you know. I say if you want to live life to the fullest, you've got to be more carefree. More importantly, it's incredibly rude of you to be so cold towards the woman that gave birth to your husband. You should respect the elderly. I don't know where you heard the news that we bought a new house, but I'm never inviting you to my home. As long as Owen and I can't forgive you, you're not welcome here. Don't worry, I don't need your invitation. It's easy enough to find out your address without you telling me where you're living right now. I'll be going to visit you this weekend. Huh? That's probably gonna be more difficult than you think. It's ridiculous that you would try to cut ties with your own mother-in-law like that. There's something wrong with you. We're supposed to be family. I couldn't believe it when Owen said that he didn't want to have anything to do with me anymore. You changed him. Ever since you married him, you've been putting him against me. You've been pitting him against me. He never used to be this rebellious. You're the one that's got something wrong with you. You broke into our home and tried to steal our money. And that was just the last straw. We tried talking to you about your addiction and your debt, remember? But you never listened. Of course we had no choice but to cut ties with you. I had no choice. I needed the money. I was having some trouble back then, and that's what family's for. To help each other when someone is in trouble. And yet you were too selfish and announced that I wasn't welcome. You spent all of the money your husband left for you and your sons on visiting a male strip club. Part of it was money you owed to Owen. And we warned you about how much you were spending. You ended up in debt and tried to steal more of Owen's money to fund your daily visits to Magic Mike. How could anyone forgive you for acting like that? I don't care what you say. I want to see my baby boy, so I'm going to visit. You don't have any right to stop a mother from going to see her son. He was my son first. Just because you married him doesn't make you more important than me. Your son is the one that's saying he doesn't want to see you. I never did anything to convince him to make that decision. Your son is his own man. If you can't respect that, then we still have a problem. Say whatever you like. I don't believe you. You're getting in the way of my relationship with my son. I want to be with my son, so let me live with you. You can't be serious. You're the one that said that you were fine with living by yourself. It's better if things stay like that. You can live the way you want, and we can live our lives in peace. I want to live with you. You can't say no to me. I'm Owen's mother. If I say I want to live in your brand new home, you should let me. What's the problem? There are a lot of problems, including the things I mentioned just 2 minutes ago. There's no point in trying to hide your address from me. I know plenty of ways to find out where you live. I'm sorry, but you're really starting to creep me out. You may be really excited about the idea of living with us, but we're not interested. We don't want to live with you. To be honest, I think it's impossible for you to even live with us. I don't think you can find us, and there's no way for you to get here financially. What are you talking about? We're family, and family should stick together. Even if you are Owen's mother, you've already made enough mistakes for us to not be able to trust you anymore. And you show no signs of reflecting on what you've done. Do you even have a passport? And the money to buy a ticket? Wait, that doesn't mean that you can come if you do have a passport. What on earth are you talking about? Anyways, I've tried messaging and calling Owen, but he won't answer. I want you to let him know that I'm coming. I don't want you putting any ideas in his head, so tell him exactly what I say. You have to inform him that if I can't live with him, I'm going to end up homeless. He won't be able to ignore his mother's pleas for help if he knows that. You're going to be homeless? What happened? No matter how much you beg, we're not going to help you. We've already offered more than enough help when we realized that we were spending too much money at the club. But you wouldn't listen to our advice and ended up taking out loans from the bank. We've cut ties with you and we don't want to get caught up again in your problems anymore, so don't message me ever again. Your mom keeps on messaging me even though I keep on telling her that we can't do anything for her. You're telling her to stop as well, aren't you?
Of course I am. I keep on asking her not to contact me as well, but she's being impossible. She won't listen to anything I say. I'm not letting her live with us. It'll be like everything she's done up until now is okay, and she'll get it in her head that she can just do whatever she wants because we're her family, and take advantage of us. I can't let a thief live with us.
Yeah, you're right. She's your mom, but I don't feel comfortable letting her stay with us. It sounds like she's still having trouble with money and finding her own apartment, too. So it makes it harder to deny that she won't do the same thing she tried when we last let her stay. I wonder if she's been tricked by another young guy she met at the club. Do you think she'll be okay all alone?
I don't know, but I can't say that I care much. She's the reason why Dad struggled so much for the last few years of his life. And I've got my own family to take care of now. She's already had plenty of chances to listen to our advice and accept our help, but she wouldn't stop. It's none of our business what happens to her from now on. The last time we interfered, I ended up having to use our savings to pay back her debt for her. And we did that with the promise that she would never bother us again. It's not fair that she doesn't get to keep that promise, especially if she has no intention of apologizing or paying us back. It's not fair that she says that us cutting ties with her was your fault, as though she did nothing wrong.
Yeah, we were lucky to get this chance to move this far away. Now we're nowhere near her. She can't just turn up suddenly without any warning like she used to. It was already really scary. It'll be impossible for us to find us. And she doesn't have the means to get here even if she did know.
My thoughts exactly. In the beginning I was worried about the move, but now I'm really glad I took the chance. I'm really grateful to you for coming with me too. If it weren't for you, I might not have had the guts to come here all by myself.
I think you made the right decision, and I'm glad we came here too. It's a completely different world, and I'm enjoying finding out about new things. And I love the food.
It means a lot to me that you're enjoying our life here. My mom won't be able to bother us for a while we're here, so there's a lot of other places I want to go with you. Let's make the most of our life here.
Of course I am. Even if she tries to message us again, I guess we can just ignore her. It seems like she's having a hard time, but if she's got nothing to do with us, then we don't have any reason to bother ourselves with her business. I just hope she can work out her problems and get her old life back. What time are you getting back from work? I've been waiting at home for you for hours. I haven't even had any lunch. I'm starving. Can't you hurry up and get home so you can make me something to eat? Excuse me? What do you mean you're waiting for me? Waiting where? Waiting at home. I finally found out where you and my son are living. What? No way, that's impossible. I'm at home right now and you're definitely not here. I know you're not at home, Abigail, because I'm right here. There's no point in lying to me. You shouldn't underestimate my investigation skills. I'm going to be a guest here for a while now, so you should treat me like one. Hurry up and come back and make me something to eat. There's nothing in the fridge and I've already eaten the cookies that were in front of the TV. Seriously, would you listen to me for a minute? Where are you and how did you get in? I really don't understand what's going on. You really are dull. I don't know why I have to waste my time explaining every little thing to you. I told you, I found out your address and decided to come and pay you a visit. I'm watching TV, but I'm really hungry. When are you going to come home? You can't leave your husband's mother to starve, you know. I hope you're cooking properly, because my son deserves handmade dinners. Not the stuff you can put in the microwave. I checked your fridge and cupboards, but you don't have anything. You're a terrible wife if you can't even make a proper dinner for your husband. I'm in the kitchen right now, and I'm the only one home right now. You're really starting to creep me out, so would you cut this out? Don't be dramatic. I know that you're lying. I'm the only one that's in the house. There's no point in acting like you don't know where I am, because I know that this is your house. I tracked you down. Are you still working? Even after I told you so many times that you need to resign. You're a wife now, so you need to focus on supporting your husband's career, not going out and making your own. You really are the worst daughter-in-law. You won't even come and welcome your guests like a proper housewife should. What? Are you being serious? You can try running away from me all you like, but you can't escape. It's too easy for me to find out your address. Now that I've found you, you'll have no choice but to let me live with you and Owen. I broke a window to get inside, but you'll have to forgive that, since I don't have a key yet. We're living in France. What? You broke a window to get into someone's house? That's called trespassing, Lisa. It's a crime. Even if that was our house, it would still be considered a crime. You don't have a key to our house because you're not welcome. Do you understand that? You're not welcome in the house you've just broken into as well. What have you done, Lisa? Are you going to be okay after doing something stupid like that? I'm sorry, that was a stupid question. You're not okay. You're a criminal. What have you done? You're lying, aren't you? What do you mean you're living in France? There's no point trying to scare me out of this house. There's no way Owen would move that far away without saying anything to me. He would have told me and checked if I was okay with it. Well, we did. Owen was offered a position in a European branch of his company and we accepted. We just had a baby, so we decided it was time to move out of our apartment and find a home. After spending a year here, we chose to live here for a little while longer. We won't be coming back to the States for a while. What? You're kidding, right? This is your home. I'm waiting right here. I don't understand. If this really isn't your house, then who's living here? How should I know? I don't know why you thought you managed to track us down, but we're living in France. That house isn't ours. And it and its inhabitants have nothing to do with us. You're in a complete stranger's home. But I checked the nameplate and the last name was the exact same. And I asked around the neighbors about the person living here and they all said your name. How can I all be mistaken? I don't understand. I thought my plan was perfect. So the person who lives there happens to have the same name as me? I'm sure that there are a lot of people named Abigail Smith. It's an incredible coincidence, but that's not our house. If you say that you're in France, then I'd be a little more worried that you actually came all this way to chase us down, but now that I know that you can't afford a plane ticket here... What? You're really living in France? Not in a house close by your old place? I'm in your old neighborhood right now. I found this address by asking the neighbors about everyone in the new area. And this was the address they told me. Is this really a coincidence? No, I don't trust you. I still think that you're lying about living in France. It's impossible. How could someone with the same name move into the same neighborhood? It looks like it really is possible. It really is a small world, I guess. If you check with the neighbors and they all say the same thing and same name and surname, that's the only explanation. But you really do crazy things. I'm really glad we were able to get away from you before we had the baby. It would be terrifying if something like that happened to us. If you really broke a window to get in, you're going to be getting arrested. You committed a crime. Can't believe you actually went so far. Or did you do it on purpose because you knew that you would have food and shelter once you were in prison? Even if you lose your freedom, you can eat after all. Of course not. I'm not going to get arrested. I know that you're lying just to scare me away. Once Owen gets home, he won't let you kick me out. He won't report me to the police for breaking a window. I'm his mother. The police aren't going to touch me. I know what you're up to, Abigail, but you can't keep me away from my son. That's all a story you made up, Lisa. I really am in France with Owen. There's no point calling the police on me either. Owen's my only next of kin. He'll be there for me if the police even arrest me. Even if you kick me out or have the police arrest me for breaking that window, you and my son will have to take responsibility for me anyway. Why don't you just give up already? I'm your mother-in-law. All I want is for us to live together as one big happy family. Especially if I have a grandson or granddaughter, I want to meet them. I'm not trying to chase you away. I'm telling you the truth, Lisa. That house that you broke into isn't our home. It really belongs to someone who has the exact same name as me. You're the one that needs to give up on trying to live with us and give yourself up to the police. You had just happened to find the door open. You might have still been able to explain and tell the people that live there that you made a mistake and thought that it was someone else's home and avoided being arrested. Maybe by the skin of your teeth. But if you broke a window and forced entry, there's no way they're gonna excuse you. You're really not lying. This really isn't your house? Then who's living here? Someone's coming home! I hope you can explain yourself, but it's unlikely that they'll be willing to listen to a stranger who's sitting on their couch watching TV like they own the place. But it's got nothing to do with us anyway. You've got to help me. Where are you? You've got to come and help me. Help me right now. You need to explain everything to the police for me. Abigail, are you reading this? Help me. We're in France. Can't help you, so you'll have to deal with your problems by yourself. You're really in France? Why? Why would you move so far away? I'm guessing that the owner of the house came home and found that you were trying to run away. Did you explain why you were there? That's right. She thinks that I'm a thief, even though I haven't taken anything. Apparently the neighbors let her know that someone was inside her house and they called the police on me. Can you believe it? They're treating me like a common thief. I was about to be arrested by the police, but I was too fast for them. Honestly, the nerve of some people. I just thought that my son lived there, that's all. Hang on, so you haven't been arrested? You ran away from the police? I had no choice. They were acting as though I was the criminal. I told them that it wasn't my fault that the window was broken, but they wouldn't listen. I don't care if it's you or Owen, but one of you has to come and explain everything. It's not fair. I didn't know that it was someone else's home. If you don't come, I'll end up being arrested. They're going to make me a criminal. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I haven't even done anything to deserve that. Excuse me? But you did do something. You broke a window to get into someone's home without their permission. On top of that, they're a stranger, and your excuse is that you thought it would be okay if it was your son's house? Wait, didn't you say that you were eating their cookies? You've caused nothing but trouble for them. Of course they'd want to report you to the police. But I really did think that it was your house. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. That's what a criminal says. And that's the worst thing that you could say to the victim. If you had been more apologetic and, hadn't broken their window, I'm sure they would have been more forgiving too. Do you really think that you can avoid punishment after all of this? You should know that neither me nor Owen are going to help you. We've had enough of cleaning up after you. You'll have to deal with this yourself and learn how to accept responsibility for your own mistakes. Why won't Owen answer any of my messages? Even though I'm in so much trouble. You told him to ignore me, didn't you? I can't believe he won't even try to save his own mother. He's useless. It's all your fault. They never would have happened if you hadn't married my son. Everything's changed since you came into his life. You're a terrible daughter-in-law. You made him abandon me. He didn't abandon you because of me. He decided to abandon you because of you. What did you say? You were so selfish that you caused trouble not only for your late husband, but for your own 2 sons. You showed them that you can't be trusted and lost their respect when you didn't respect their boundaries. You only ever come to see Owen when you need something, and it's obvious that you don't care about what's convenient for either of them. I'm a complete stranger, so I'm willing to talk with you, but the only reason that you can't get through to Owen is because he's already had enough of how self-centered you are. He blocked you. He's blocked me? So he hasn't even seen any of my messages. He doesn't care about what happens to his own mother. You can't blame him. Owen's already decided that it's best to pretend that you never existed, so I don't think that you'll ever be able to reconcile with him. Don't say that. You can talk to him and tell him that I didn't mean to cause him trouble. We're family. We're supposed to stick together. His dad would be so disappointed if he saw that Owen is ignoring me. Please, do something. You're not my mother, so I don't have any obligation to listen to what you say, and I wouldn't use Owen's dad as a way to guilt trip him. You'll only make things worse. Anyway, we're complete strangers now, so you'll have to deal with the police all by yourself. You can try explaining to them that you haven't done anything wrong. If they're willing to listen, that is. Even after being told off by her daughter-in-law, Lisa didn't stop messaging Abigail and Owen for help, and she ended up pushing Abigail to her limit as well. Abigail had no choice but to make it clear that they had cut ties and that she didn't care about what happened to Lisa, ending the conversation by blocking Lisa completely. Lisa was caught soon after by the police and arrested for trespassing. She had tried to argue that she was only searching for her son's house when the police had questioned her. As a result of their investigations, they found out that she was in debt and had had her home taken from her by the loan sharks that she had borrowed money from, and that she wasn't lying about looking for her son, but it didn't change the fact that she had broken a window in order to enter a stranger's home. The verdict reached in court was that she was guilty as charged, and she had to accept the punishment dealt to her. Apparently, she had begged for them to listen to her, but all of her pleas and excuses had fallen on deaf ears. She only had herself to blame, so we can only hope that she'll come to realize the wrongs she committed and will return to society as a new person. Abigail and her husband were reminded of how lucky they were to have been given the chance to move abroad, and were relieved that they would never have to deal with Lisa ever again.
Yara, you're so cocky lately.
Who, me? What are you talking about, Danielle?
You brag about being rich. What the fuck?
I don't know what you're talking about, but aren't you the one that's bragging about being rich?
Because I am rich.
I see.
Are you making fun of me or something?
No, I'm not. I was just wondering what you meant by me being cocky and bragging about stuff.
You were bragging that you went to the French restaurant close to the train station.
I did go, but never bragged about it.
Yes, you did. I'm the only one that can go there, not you.
It doesn't matter to you. Can you stop complaining every minute? Are you trying to pick a fight with me?
So it looks like you were grabbing coffee with one of your mom friends without my permission, right?
Why do I need your permission?
This is what I mean by being cocky. I'm the superior one here, so you all need my permission to do things, okay? Capiche?
Absolutely not. I will go to wherever, whenever I want to go.
Wow, you are such a bitch. Do you know the difference between you and I?
I never compare myself to someone else, so I really don't care about that.
You should watch your attitude because you'll probably regret it.
Say that as many times as you want, but I'll go wherever I want to go without your permission, so please leave me alone. A few days later.
See what happens when a poor, low-class person tries to go into my restaurant?
Are you serious? It's my daughter's birthday. I didn't expect for a crazy-ass bitch to attack me. Something is seriously wrong with you. Why do you hate me so much?
All I did was stop you from going to my expensive sushi restaurant because you don't belong there.
You only went there a few times. It's not yours. Also, did you say stop me from going? I was carried to the hospital and ended up with 3 stitches on my forehead.
What? 3 stitches?
Yes, I have to spend time in the hospital on the day of my daughter's special day. How can you do this? My parents and my husband's parents are here too.
You deserved it because you decided to use my restaurant to celebrate her birthday.
Are you listening to me? Do you think that it's okay to attack someone with stupid reasons?
Oh my god, you just got 3 stitches. Deal with it. I actually thought that poor people could tolerate pain, but I guess not. I think I was too strong.
Yes, because I got punched by a person who looks like a hippo.
Excuse me? You should watch your mouth.
I want to say the exact same thing back to you. By the way, are you not going to apologize about this?
Why would a celeb apologize to someone like you?
Okay, then.
You pissed me off by going to my restaurant, so of course I will do something.
I can ruin your life.
Let me see you do it.
I really didn't want to do this because you're my daughter's friend's mother, but I'm tired of your disgusting attitude.
Can you even do anything? My husband has the power to cover up anything that you do, you know.
Let's see about that. Get ready for the storm to come. A few days later.
Hey, Kiara, can we talk about this once?
About what? I don't need to talk to you about anything.
Did I do something that pissed you off? Because something terrible is going on.
Yes, you did, so I hired an extremely strong lawyer to get revenge. I told you there's a storm coming.
Ugh! I thought that my husband could cover this up, but it seems like this incident is going to be in the newspaper. He even said that I caused a serious injury against you, and he is mad at me and I don't know why.
You seriously don't know? Are you stupid? Anyways, I did hire a very good lawyer because your husband can't cover this up, right?
This can't be real. Am I going to get arrested?
Of course, you assaulted me.
Wait, are you exaggerating? I didn't do anything that bad.
You attacked me, which caused me to fall down the stairs and get 3 stitches.
Attacking? It was just an argument between mom friends.
Even though you say that, I don't think that it's something forgivable.
Wait, is this real or am I dreaming?
It's real. Why do I need to joke about this with you? I'm getting ready to sue you, and if you disapprove of this, you might need to go to court.
Hold on. Can I talk about this with you once? Because what the hell did I do? My elbow just hit your head. If we say that we are friends, I won't be a criminal, so can you think about that?
What are you talking about? We are not friends. We never were from the beginning. I mean, we were mum friends, but not anymore. Our kids went to the same nursery and we just knew each other.
Please don't say that. My husband is pissed at me and he might divorce me.
Well, it's your responsibility. You've done something terrible to your husband's face. Maybe he'd be better off without you.
Are you telling me to divorce him? Are you threatening me? Do you want money or something?
Money? You probably don't know this, but I run a company.
What?
You were making fun of my husband for being a full-time office worker, but I have more money, so I'm not poor like you think. No one knew because I never bragged like you.
You know what? Texting makes this thing such a big deal.
It is a big deal. Why don't you understand that? You'll quickly be prosecuted and the public will know your face, so you might face consequences.
I didn't mean for this to happen. I was just going to punish you, but I didn't expect it to be like this. You want an apology? I'm sorry. There, I said it.
I don't think you're truly sorry, but even though you are, nothing will change. Anyways, I'll get whatever I can from you. You chose the wrong person to mess with. Bye, Danielle. Is your celeb life over? After the incident, Danielle got sued and arrested. And this got on the newspaper with her face shown. She became known as the crazy-ass psychotic wife. And her husband ended up divorcing her and moved out of the house with the kids. So she has nowhere to go now. All of the mom friends she looked down on are now looking down on her. But her actions resulted in this, so it's her fault. But I bet she still doesn't think she's wrong.
Maddie, what happened today? Huh? You're the only one that didn't come. Oh, are you talking about the get-together with the other moms? Yeah, I invite you every time, but you never come. Why is that? I'm sorry. I was just really busy with work. I completely forgot about it. What? You forgot? Seriously? These meetings are really important. But, I work, so it's hard for me to make time. I told you this before. But this time I completely forgot to tell you. For that, I'm sorry. You have to come. We talk about important stuff like events at the kindergarten. We do that at the parent-teacher meetings, and I'm always there, so... I know, but you still have to come to our meetings. It just makes things easier, okay? All the other moms agree. But, it's during the day on a weekday, right? I don't know. I got work. And what about the other moms? Some of them have day jobs too. I get it. You think you're better than us because you have a job, don't you? What? You're saying you don't have time for us, right? You think you're better than us because you work. That's it, isn't it? I never said that. But I do work on weekdays, so... Listen, can you just email me the meeting minutes or something? I'll just read them over when I get home. You just don't care, huh? What kind of mother are you? Huh? You don't feel bad for your daughter? If you keep this up, she might get picked on. What does that mean? What do you think it means? If you can't be friends with us, then neither can your daughter. Like mother, like daughter, I guess. What? Leave my daughter out of this. That's not up to me. And I know I'm not the only one that works during the day. What about the other moms that work? They always show up? Not always, but they try their best. Well, I'm trying my best too. But you completely forgot about our last meeting. Yeah, but look, it won't happen again, okay? Whatever. Anyways, why do you have to work? Oh, I know. Your husband doesn't make much. Poor you. What? Now you're talking about my husband? I feel bad for you. I mean, I'm not rich or anything, but thanks to my husband, I don't need to work. It gives me time to spend with my children. I feel bad for your daughter. I do come home late sometimes, but still, this is none of your business. You're right, it's not. But everyone feels the same way about you. And you don't even pick up your daughter from kindergarten. That's because my husband gets off work before me. Still, I feel so bad for your daughter. You're the only mom that doesn't show up. Poor girl. She loves her father. She doesn't mind. Thanks for your concern, but we're fine. You're jealous, and you know it. What? You wish you had a husband with a stable job. You're jealous. Not really. Whatever. Your husband. What does he do anyways? Sounds like he's got a lot of spare time on his hands. My husband is a section chief, so he's always busy. Good for you. My husband is a good man. He works hard to provide for us. Is that so? But he gets off early, right? He must be useless. That's why you had to get a job in the first place, right? I'm so glad I'm not you. We both have weekends off, and we spend a lot of time together with our daughter on the weekends. Why are you talking about my husband anyways? It's none of your business. Actually, it is. He's the reason you have to work. Because he doesn't make enough money to support your family. And that's why you can't come to our meetings. So yeah, it is my business. If your husband wasn't useless, we wouldn't be having this problem. You're not making any sense. Whatever, just keep my family out of this. So what if my husband isn't a manager? And even if he gets a promotion, I'm not gonna quit my job. What? Why? Because I run my own business? I can't just quit. What? My brother and I started a company a few years ago. I'm the vice president. What? What are you saying? Huh? I'm the vice president. And my brother, he's the president. We have our own company, so I can't just quit. Wait, you run your own company? Yes. By the way, your husband, he works for BB Co., right? Huh? Yeah? We do business with this company. I'm not in charge of it, but they'll probably go out of business if we stop doing business with them. I'm just saying. What? I don't really know what my husband does, so... Yeah, I bet you don't. All you care about is his title. What? That's not true! Stop talking down on me! And, so what if you own your own company? Big deal. It's true. You're the one that kept bragging about your husband's title. Yeah, but that's different. No, it's not. Whatever. I don't have time for this. Oh, but one last thing. The other moms. They don't like you. What? No way! This monthly meeting of yours, it's getting pretty annoying. Stop making things up! We always have to go to the restaurant you want to go to, and for some reason, they always split the bill evenly. Even if everyone orders different things. And you always set up the meetings on weekdays during the day. But when a mom who works can't make it, you start talking about them behind their back. People are starting to get annoyed. That can't be true! I'm doing this to help everyone! There's no way! Whatever. I don't care if you don't believe me. But stop talking about my family. Leave them out of this. If you keep this up, I'm gonna stop doing business with BB Co. What? Leave my husband out of this! Stop it! Look who's talking. See? It's not a very nice feeling, is it? Ugh, I guess. Apologize to me. I'm sorry. For what? For talking about your family like that? I gotta go now. No. Huh? That's not good enough. You've caused us nothing but trouble. We're pretty fed up with you. You gotta apologize in front of everyone. What? Why? You came after my family. You're not getting off that easy. You understand me?
Maddie asked Kelly to apologize in front of everyone, but Kelly and her friends ignored her request. But then, when the other moms found out that Maddie was a vice president of a company, everyone took her side, even Kelly's old friends. Maddie became their new leader. Everyone liked her and looked up to her. On the other hand, things weren't looking so good for Kelly. Her husband got transferred and he had to move somewhere far away. She couldn't go with him, so now she was all alone. And for some reason, her husband's pay got cut almost by half. Rumor has it that it had something to do with a big company they did business with. Was it Maddie? Maybe. Maybe not.